Hi guys, thank you for joining me for another video. Today I'm going to be watching back some of my older videos, some of my old cage setup. I was going to go back and watch them anyway, so I thought I would film it and we could all have a look. I think the first video I ever posted is privated, so I'm going to go back and watch that one, but I'm pretty sure I've only privated like the one cage tour, so we'll see if any more need to go on private after this. I generally haven't watched them back in a really long time, so I'm quite interested to see what they look like. What I thought was my first hamster related video is actually my second. My first hamster related video was a haul, and that one is still up. I'm gonna skip past that and we'll go straight to Roborowski hamster cage setup. Now this one is private, so it probably means it's not too good. Let's have a look. So this is Pat's old cage, the Kerry terrarium from Zooplus. We have this snowflake bedding, which I don't use anymore. Pretty sure it's a little unsafe. So I'm putting way too many treats in this thing here. I actually really liked this. Had to put some mesh on the top so Pat couldn't climb out. But I bought this for Pat when he was about 6 months old, I think. Here's a mistake I used to make all the time. I would just put paper-based bedding under one hide. And it's in the coconut as well. I still use that coconut, but definitely I wasn't using enough paper-based bedding. You can tell I've had Pat a little bit at this point because he already has his Trixie wheel, which I bought for a more quieter wheel because his original one was really loud. And there's quite a few plastic things going in here. We've got some Tiny Friends farm sand, but this was a very long time ago. This little TV hide. I got this out the other day. I haven't used it in a really long time. Adding in some more chews. That was definitely something I think I got good at pretty quickly, was making sure there were plenty of chews. So Bebo's natural cage theme tour. This is... what? Natural cage? Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. I kind of tripped myself up a little bit there. So again, we have the snowflake bedding. It's super low, but this cage is a lot more natural looking. The deep area of bedding of this size is good, and I like that it's a big area. And the sand bath is in a serving dish from IKEA. I've used this pretty recently, but it is quite small compared to the size cardboard trays that I use now. Just to give a little bit more sand. I like to give like kind of as much as possible, but I mean it is fine. I used this just a couple of months ago in Polo's cage and he used it. I think it was about £3. There's definitely a lot you can get at IKEA for your hamster. So this end of the cage is much better. We've got semi-deep paper bedding. I would still add more than this, but even that that like log tunnel is half buried, and I do remember Bebo going in and using that, so that's kind of like the start of her burrow. I just wish at the time I'd had more bedding in there because they would have worked a lot better that way, but this is definitely a good start. And we do have a few chews scattered around. I don't think there's actually too many in here. I noticed one mushroom and one tomato chew, and she's burrowed under the burrow box. I forgot she did that. Oh, such a menace. So overall, not too bad, getting a little better, but not ideal either. Pat's next cage tour. Really need a little coconut. So cute. We've got still quite a lot of plastic items in here. There's some KT tubes in here. Now these I don't use anymore, but I did used to use them a lot for Pat. This little wooden house I like. Pat chewed the windows out of his though, so it doesn't look as good anymore. And again, I've still just got the paper-based bedding under the hide, just the one hide. And there's his, you can see the little dent, look, in the coconut hide from where he was as well. Pat seems to have a lot more chews as well than I used to put in Bebo's. I don't know why. There's plenty in here, and Bebo had like 2, unless I missed any. This dish was nice. It was from like Tesco, I think, and I used it as a sand bath. And again, not really the ideal size, and I wouldn't use it for sand again. I don't know if I'd use it for anything. Again, I still have it, I just haven't used it in a while. It's a bit big for a food dish. Let's move forward a bit to Easter, because I remember these like looked nice, but I think I remember them being quite bad. So let's watch the Easter ones. So we definitely got a solid colour theme. There's a little bit more paper bedding look around the hide, but still not much at all. So everything's purple, yellow, green, and all of it is plastic. So these gel clings, it is really easy to make a themed cage with gel clings because they're like £1 and it does make a big difference. Much bigger area of sand in this cage though. I'm using a cardboard tray. This is also the first cage where I'm using Orbeos. There's like a little bit here, probably because I ran out of wood shavings. So I like started the Orbeos then, but didn't like fully commit. But I guess it's good to like try it out. I'm taking off the sticker so you can see the difference, which actually is kind of helpful. So there's the difference between Orbeos and wood shavings. So that's just a little look at some of my earlier setups. So these definitely weren't like my first setups or anything. I'd had hamsters for quite a few months before I started putting them on YouTube. So that was actually quite an improvement from what the first few setups looked like. But I've definitely improved a lot since then as well. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.